Angry MGTOW here. And a trans woman says she's not really a trans. This is a response to Blaire White, who is now saying, hey, she may not actually be a trans woman. Let's go ahead and watch the video together. Let's see if that's actually what she's saying or if she's just trolling. But this will be a fun video. This will be a fun video once I remember how to actually play the intro. Alrighty, so there's your badass intro. Let's go ahead and check the video out. Let's see what good old Blair has to say.
Hey everyone, so before I say anything, it's going to be a loaded video. I'm just going to say that I'm doing this video for a very specific reason. Some of you may have noticed, but there's been a recent surge in people being interested in my past and digging up old pictures, old videos, old things.
So Blair, he/she says, people being interested in my past. He/she is acting like the past is not even relevant anymore. I mean, you were born a man and you still have a penis based on the statements you said on Twitter that you do have a penis still. So it's not relevant to say that you are a trans? Okay, right.
There's been a bunch of Blaire White exposed videos. There's been Blaire White isn't really trans videos. There's been yes, she is trans and here's pictures to prove it videos. And some of these pictures are not even of me. And it's just gotten to be a big mess. I'm a bit nervous to do this video because I think my library of work here on YouTube kind of speaks for itself. I don't really make videos about myself. I make videos and I try to keep them about larger topics, political, social issues. And this is new for me, so don't expect my channel to go into some like wildly personal direction. But I think that I've actually contributed to sort of the rabidness of people trying to dig up my past by not being very personal on here. I guess.
So it's funny. Blair is saying that people are trying to dig into Blair's past, and it's like, why would you not think people would want to look into your past? I mean, you know, it's funny. I'm thinking that Blair's gonna spend a good portion of this video trying to prove that he/she is indeed a trans, simply for the reasoning that this is their niche. I mean, like, guys, I've said it before. Anti-feminism is a niche. It's a niche. Lauren Southern found her niche, and now she's running through it. She's running through it like a, like it's a pile of bricks. Everyone has their niche. Blaire White, trans is her niche. There's a lot of men on YouTube there's a lot of men who are attracted to trans women. It's true. There's a lot of men who are into that type of thing. Unfortunately, I've seen it. And they basically find trans women attractive. So that is Blair's niche. Because, there's a lot of men who find Blair more attractive than a general woman. Again, and I question, I really do want to think about the kinds of guys who are into this, that like they like the half and half. So, yeah.
It can come across as a bit robotic. Every video I upload is, here's my thoughts on feminism, here's my thoughts on Trump, here's my thoughts on this, social issue. I don't really talk about myself a lot, and I think there's a gray area that people want to fill in, especially with me being trans. My intention with this video is just to be personal and candid with you guys, and I'm probably going to regret it, but here we go. So first, let's respond to a little bit of this video. Blaire White exposed, she's not really trans.
The person you are looking at is Blaire White, a conservative YouTuber who claims to be a trans woman. I've been following Blaire White on YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat, and I'm starting to believe that she's not really a trans woman. Her hips are almost, in fact, I think they're the same width as her shoulders, and that's typical female proportions for you. Blaire White also doesn't have an Adam's apple. Blaire White's hairline doesn't really go back as far as the average man's does. She has more of like a sort of U-shaped hairline like a woman.
Okay, so this video analyzes like every inch of my body, every curvature of my body to try to prove that I'm biologically female. Flattered, truly. I mean, come on, if your argument is that I have hips and I have boobs and I'm not balding, that I must be faking trans, what that actually means, buddy, is that I transitioned decently. Doesn't mean I'm faking it.
So my conclusion is that Blaire White is a cis woman calling herself trans for the sake of attention. She is a conservative vlogger looking for minority points. I have zero respect for Blaire White.
I see this one all the time, people saying that I must be a biological woman, pretending to be trans and trying to just make a joke out of trans people. It's like, is it really that hard to believe that?
So, here's the funny thing. The funny thing with Blair is that, like I said, I believe that Blair really is trans, but the thing is that it's their niche. It's Blair's niche. That's how Blair makes money. Just like the anti-feminists, they make money being an anti-feminist and being a part of this alternative right. I mean, seriously, what the hell is the alternative right anyway? It's really just a group of left libertards pretending to be conservatives, when in reality they're not. And I mean, like, can you look at the type of people that identify with the right, the alternative right? Milo Yiannopoulos, Lauren Southern, who has had piss and possibly shit thrown on her. I'm not literally trying to demean her. This is actually something that's happened in her videos. She's had a feminist throw piss on her in a video. She got that in her mouth. That's happened at least on one occasion, okay? Then you have Blaire White, who is a transgender, and who's, I mean, come on, guys. We have, like, so many of these women who are just literally faking it to make it. They basically find a niche. They say, I'm not a feminist, and, and then they go with it. I mean, it's just, like, downright ridiculous how devoid the alternative right is of any real rationality. Like, these people are conservatives? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, these people are so left-leaning, it's ridiculous. It's downright ridiculous, and it's pathetic that people even associate them with what it means to be a conservative.
I'm trans and I hold a few conservative opinions. The idea that one's worldview or opinions are contingent upon arbitrary or immutable attributes is something I argue against. Saying that it's impossible for me to be trans and hold some conservative views, it's kind of like saying you can't be black and a Republican. It doesn't make any sense. People are individuals. And now that we put it off, let's move on to me exposing my damn self. Fuck. So let's start at the beginning of this picture. Whew. It's like really weird to look at for me. I was probably in 1st or 2nd grade, looks like it. And yeah, that was me as a little person. And I know people are going to ask if I felt transgender back then at this point in my life when this picture was taken. It's a little bit complicated.
So notice she says as a little person. She won't say a little boy. She will not say a little boy as a little person. Wow.
Would have never put it in the word transgender back then. I do remember feeling very odd at that age. I felt like there was something different about me, something that no one else around me could relate to. I felt extremely feminine to be a boy. So developmentally, it was a very weird point in my life because I had just started at that age coming to see the differences between men and women and feeling like I didn't really fit in the male category, if that makes sense. But I was by no means miserable. That came later. Here's one of me being a little shithead and giving someone bunny ears. Some things have not changed, folks. Okay, so let's jump ahead to when I was 14. Okay. That was me at 14. Okay, this is probably way more strange for me to look at than anyone else, but At this age, I was going through puberty. And so if things were weird for me when I was in second grade, things were definitely weird for me during puberty. What's going on? You know, I wasn't ready to transition at this age. And I know that's my story and that's my situation, but I still stand by my opinion that people should not transition when they are this age. You're not ready to make life decisions. When I look at this kid, this kid was super lost and confused in so many ways, as we all are at that age. And I could have never made a permanent life decision such as to transition. Just wouldn't have worked out. So yeah, there's me at 14. Let's keep chugging along. Okay, so for this next one, feel free to make as many jokes as you want in the comments because it's bad. But this was me at 16. Okay, this is me at 16. I was experimenting with hair and makeup. I had about every hair color under the sun at this age. I had purple, pink, blue, red. I think I had purple and pink at the same time. And the pink blush that just matches my hair entirely. I can't just say it. I look like an SJW in this picture. And you know what's crazy is I kind of used to think like them at this age as well.
Did you catch that? So Blair just admits that he/she used to think like an SJW. Is there any surprise? Is there any shocker? You know the reason why so many of these people are now on the alternative right? Because the feminists are discriminating against them. The social justice warriors are discriminating against them. They're seeing mass amounts of discrimination coming from these people. And hence they find that, you know, it's no longer appealing to be associated with them. Oh, just love the hypocrisy.
Someone needs to do some kind of research into the effects of hair dye on the brain because it cannot be a coincidence that everyone with pink hair has the same fucking political views. Okay, so age 18, 2 years later, here's me. At this point in my life, I knew I wanted to transition. I was like, this is what I have to do. It's just going to be my life. And you can kind of see, even though I look so different and my face looks so different, you can kind of see my look like starting to form. And it actually took me 2 years after this picture was taken to get on hormones and begin on that path, because shortly after this picture was taken, my dad died of cancer unexpectedly. And kind of all of my plans, even career-wise, transition-wise, everything got put on the back burner to kind of take care of my mom. And it sucked because it was still always at the back of my mind and I was really unhappy. But it was like, how do you tell your mom after her husband passes away, get ready to lose your son too because he's gonna live as a woman?
I will just say something really quickly. If Blair's mother didn't know that something was up by this point, yeah. If Blair's mother did not know that something is not right with her son by this point, then she must have not been around or done a great job of raising her. She must have not been very active to have not noticed Blair looking more and more like a girl and being incredibly effeminate. Yeah. Right.
It's like, it wasn't easy to do and it took me 2 years. But I did eventually tell her and the rest of my family, and everyone was very supportive, and I did start on my journey. So I hope this video has answered some questions. I hope that we've kind of satisfied a little bit of curiosity. For those of you who think that maybe this video was a bit pointless, just try to put yourself in my shoes a little bit. If you had videos being made by strangers about your past, some of them getting tens of thousands of views, you would want to jump in.
Some of them getting tens of thousands of views. So in reality, this is all about money. You're worried that these people may take away from your money, because that's what YouTube is very much about. It's about making money. It's about promoting yourself and selling something to people that's different, finding your niche and developing and growing that niche. Yeah, I get it.
And tell your own story as it was. And I appreciate everyone who's understanding of this brief personal moment, and I promise that we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming soon. But until then, love you.
Like, seriously, I honestly didn't know a kiss was coming at the end. I like feel offended. Is there like a number I can call right now to say I was like, I was assaulted unfairly? Like, I mean, like, Blair just like blew a kiss my way. I am totally hurt right now. Aside from that, you know, again, guys, this just shows how hypocritical the so-called alternative right is. They're all about making money. They're all about promoting themselves. They're all about promoting a specific ideology. These people are not actually trying to change anything. They're not trying to make society better. They're basically just trying to make their money. And I've said it before. They're here to make their money. That's all that it is, and it's all that it'll ever be. And I want to know what you guys think in the comments section. I want to know if you guys agree that people like Blaire White, Lauren Southern, Shuan Head, Jacqueline Glenn, and all the other characters, they're just here to make their money. They don't give a damn about men's issues, although they're just looking to take advantage of men and gain male attention. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and also don't forget that I make around three of these videos every single day, and if you want to help, please go over to my YouTube homepage or look for the link in the description of this video to my Patreon. Click on the Patreon link and sign up to become one of my Patreons. Make a donation via Patreon. This will ensure I can continue to put out great quality content for you guys. Also, never miss another Angry MGTOW video by clicking on the notification button next to the subscribe button below every video. You'll see a pop-up that says send me all notifications for this channel. Click on the box and then hit save. If you've already done it, you don't have to do it again. This will ensure that you will never miss another Angry MGTOW video ever again. Let me know if you agree that when it comes down to a trans woman saying that she's not really a trans, or basically making a video with a title like that, they're just looking for attention. I want to know what you guys think, and if you agree that these people don't actually give a damn about men's issues. They're more worried about creating a name for themselves and gaining attention than actually addressing issues that are really affecting men in society and what's really destroying society. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MGTOW or death. And cheers.